This is our series of what we've learned as sports parents. Today's topic is going to be about camps. Are they worth it? What are your thoughts? Because he and I, we go back and forth about this all the time. Mm-hmm. So let's start with you. What are your thoughts on it?
They'll do drills and stations, as they call them, learning different things, but they're not going to push the kids. They're not going to yell at the kids. It's supposed to be fun, which I understand. The game is supposed to be fun, but it's not the same level of intensity that he gets with his actual trainer.
But I don't, you see, this is where we bump heads, because I disagree. I feel like some of them are money grabs. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them are money grabs. They're not gonna be 100% honest with you, but at the same time, sometimes training is rough for O'Shea, but if he experiences a camp, which is what he experienced recently, I feel like it builds his confidence, because it was evident that he was one of the best players. So he came home, he was super confident, he had his, he had his little, he's like, some of the guys were, beginners, but
I agree. I definitely think it's great for his confidence. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just it's kind of like mixing it up. We went to 2 camps this summer. They were, very similar. And in both cases, he felt like he was one of the better players there. So I think it did give him some confidence. And then, when he goes to his trainer, like, these kids are really good. They're intense. So, he's going to go back to that competition that he was at before. And hopefully the confidence that he built at the camps is going to help him when he gets back there.
He played AAU in the fall, the winter, and the spring. Yeah. So now that it's summer, I felt like,
Two teams
all season. I'm like, okay, he needs to stay up to date with his skill level and all that, but we don't need to be doing tournaments. We need to give him a break. If anything, just to work on the fundamentals, work on his development. And I get that it's not as intense as, let's say, going to his trainer. Mm-hmm. But I felt like he needed that break just to kind of reset a little bit. But I know you had other thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, I don't think it was a bad idea or a bad investment.
No, but let's be honest. There was an AAU team that he tried out.
I did like the team. I like the kids that were on the team, because he knows some of the kids. We've seen a lot of the kids, and they're very talented. Like, it would be a good team to be on. And we've heard good things about the coach and the program and everything. But
he made the team.
And he made the team. He went to the tryouts. He actually killed the tryouts. We watched him. Usually he gets nervous at these tryouts. He went out there with a lot of confidence. Mm-hmm. I was impressed. And I told you, I said, he's making his team. You were like a
look, the kids were really good. There were some really good players. They already had an established team. It's not like I didn't believe in him. They already had a team, and my response to that was like, they're only going to probably take a few. I don't see them taking all of these kids, because they already have a built-in team with, at least probably solid 8 or something like that. So I could see them maybe wanting 2-3 people. Mm-hmm. And, that was something that I was worried about, because I didn't want him like getting on a team, being like, the fifth wheel, sitting on the bench, and things like that, which is probably what could have happened,
And but so I definitely understood that point. And then when we saw he made the team and we got the invoice, and we're like, this is a little much for what we're looking to do.
It's a lot.
And they were also, they were taking a very long trip to South Carolina for a tournament that was conflicting with what our summer, schedule was. So we really wouldn't have been able to do that, and that was a big part of the team. So it just didn't really make fundraising involved in it. It just didn't make sense. Like, it would have been a great team for him to be on, because he would have been playing with good kids, some kids that he knows from one of the other teams he plays for. So he would have been comfortable there. But it was definitely not the right time or fit at the moment.
Yeah, and it allowed us to save some money. I mean, he went to camp and it was a lot less. Yeah. While I also liked the team and everything, I just knew with our work schedule, we would have had to definitely committed to a week, I knew I wouldn't get the time off. Like, that's not even a question. I wouldn't get the time off. So I said, you know what? I don't think the stars are aligned right now. I think we should just focus on the camps, try it out. And I do feel, for me, and I know we disagree on this, I feel that although these camps are not like highly competitive, like his trainer where he gets pushed, I feel like the camps sometimes are great for exposure. I do.
Yeah, you're big on exposure. I would, for me, I would, if it was up to me, I would probably have him at his trainer every possible day he could go there for the whole summer, and just that would be his camp.
But nowadays they recruit even in high school. Like if he had no, it's high school.
Yeah, but he's in 7th grade.
I know, but my point is that if he establishes a relationship with some of these high schools that are really highly sought after and highly competitive and have great basketball teams, why not develop a relationship from now? Because this summer, if you figure this summer and then by next summer, they know who he is. They may say, hey, we're looking to fill a position and whatnot, because real talk, they say they don't.
These high schools recruit.
They say they don't recruit, but they kind of do.
Yeah.
So, I wanted him to at least have that opportunity, because the school that he's about to go to is a great school, great basketball program, but it's great to have options. Now the question is, will he go again next year?
Yeah, I think so. I think he enjoyed it, because if he had a good time, like if he didn't like it, like, we could go back to his first camp experience like 2 or 3 years ago. He didn't want to go. He was faking injuries. But that was a couple of years ago, and he at that time, like he gets nervous. He knew anything new, he gets a little nervous, and like it was just too much for him, I think. Now he's got a lot more confidence, but it's still something that we work on. That's probably a topic we can talk about in another video.
Just the
mental aspect of all sports.
Anastasia, on the other hand, she's going to a different type of camp.
They're like short, 2 days, 3 days at the most. They're like clinics, where they'll be like a trained swimmer, sometimes they'll be like Junior Olympics or, like different qualified people that will do these 2-3 hour clinics, and they'll teach, like they'll focus on like one specific stroke, like if it's the breaststroke, that they will be about the breaststroke, if it's the backstroke or what have you. So there are camps, I guess.
The last one, they actually recorded her underneath the water and, really looked at her stroke and critiqued her stroke so that she could get better, because she had a really difficult time with, it was a butterfly in the breaststroke. During the summertime, I call it a camp. I don't know if you call it a camp. She gets up like at the crack of dawn and she's swimming for like 2 hours. They do dry land. It's camp-like, but it's just like swimming. It's just swimming like 5 days a week, and it's hardcore.
Sports prepares you for life. Like you said, it's discipline. It's hopefully she'll take that training on as she gets older and continues to exercise, because obviously we know exercise is super important as you get older. So it's dedication. You have to be dedicated to show up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. We see the results, like she's improving. Like that's the big thing, is like, you can see the results from the work they put in. So
so are camps worth it? I say yes. You say
I'll say yes to a degree. Yes.
To a degree. Yes. Oh, maybe we'll find one of those elite camps. I think, but I think, seriously, I think camps are 100% worth it. You just got to find the right one, and just think about the overall picture and what your athlete can gain from it.
When you get really good, they're going to be calling you to go to camps. So it's not you finding the camps find you. So those camps are those are the camps that I'm looking at. The camps where they're seeking you out. Please come play at our camp. That's what we want.
But But there are some camps that seek you out, but it's like a cold call. Like it's like.
Oh no, man, not that. No, where they're like, come to this camp. You don't have to pay. That's how you know. They want you. Like his trainer says, if your parents have to pay, you can't play.
Yeah.
When they want you, they'll come find you. Let us know about your camps and whether they're worth it or not.
Yeah. See you later, guys. Bye.